Do you know the Muffin Man? We're gonna make meat muffin man. Hello, I'm Tupperware Pete. I told you I would come back for part 2, but I thought just before I come back for part 2 of my pork dim sims in my Tupperware steamer, I thought I found all this excess mixture. Of the pork mix, and you know what? I just threw in a stick of celery, half an orange carrot, and a purple carrot, which I blitzed up in my no need to ask, it's a smooth operator. We did that, and then I just thought we would quickly make some muffins. I've thrown on the oven, 180, 160 with the fan, and all I'm going to do now is just crack a couple of eggs straight into there, and again mix this up through. I thought I'd do a meatloaf, but then I thought, well, we've got these muffin forms, let's do mini meatloaf muffins. Do you know the Muffin Man? Yes, I know the Muffin Man, the mini meatloaf muffin. So we'll just whack through some egg. Let's see if I've got some panko. We'll throw in some panko breadcrumbs. I know I've got panko somewhere. That's normally here. I've got panko in my Modular Mates. Did you hear me in part 1 talk about how some people say that the Modular Mate seal, which is the OG seal, some people recommend that it extends the best before date up to 5 or 6 years. So all you have to do is grab the tab, peel the seal. This is our panko breadcrumbs. So we're just going to throw in, I don't know, about half a cup. Mix that through. And that's just going to thicken it with the egg. If you had some brown sauce or some barbecue sauce, that'd be fantastic as well, I reckon. Some Worcestershire or some... Actually, you know what I do have? I have got... What do I have? I've got some of this Lancashire relish. And we will just... A couple of tablespoons of that. That's going to... Pork and fruit go really well together. We'll throw in some of that. We've got our egg and we've got our panko in here. We'll just mix that up thoroughly, and we will... How yum is this going to be? All right. Now, with the Tupperware silicone, never ever spray the Tupperware silicone. The Tupperware silicone cookware was in Choice magazine in Australia quite a few years ago as the best silicone cookware on the market. Never spray them. Wash them with hot soapy water before and after you use them. So before you use it, wash it with hot soapy water, and then of course after you use it. When you do the ring test, see how the colour doesn't bleed out of the ring? That's why you know it's 100% silicone, right? There's no latex added into any of the Tupperware silicone products. So, you know, if somebody has a latex allergy, this is totally safe, all right? We are going to grab our portion scoops and we will remove that. Let's throw in the big portion scoop. And let's make mini meatloaf muffins. How cool are these? Love it. Love it! There's 6. Of course, I always recommend you have at least 2. And I have got the Ultra Pro cover. Now, the Ultra Pro... This is the Tupperware cookware, a little bit of a watermark. This is the Tupperware cookware that goes into the freezer, the microwave, the oven, the dishwasher. If you can control the temperature on your Weber barbecue, this will go into the barbecue, so long as it doesn't go above 250 degrees and it's 5 centimetres away from the heat source, you're fine, right? So we're going to pop them into there, use that as an oven tray, stick that in the oven, 180, 160 degrees with a fan. We're going to just grab the other side of our portion scoop. We'll just push that down a little bit there. And that is, oh, you know what? Let's just do like 6 jumbo ones. And that'll be enough. It's like a jumbo rissole, or that'll be enough for like a lunch or a morning tea or an afternoon tea, or to have with a salad. Have a couple of them with salad for dinner. Yummo. That way we're not wasting any of that pork mix. And once, because I didn't want to freeze it again, because it froze, it defrosted. I didn't want to freeze it when it was raw. However, once these are cooked, I can certainly pop them in the freezer once they're cooked. Or I've got a funny feeling these aren't going to make it to the freezer. But how delicious is that, right? They are. Yummo. How gorgeous do they look? If someone can take a screenshot of that, that would be fantastic. I will pop them in the oven. 180, 160 with a fan. While we are waiting for that to go in, let's start part 2, baby. Let's start part 2. Now, I popped these dim sims in for 12 minutes. I don't know if that's long enough or not. I've got a funny feeling I should have popped them in for 15 minutes. However, they weren't frozen. Oh, my goodness. Oh, actually, incidentally, look. With the steamer, just take, can you see this? A little tupper tip, if you've got a steamer. Just pop this over here. Take that off. Pop that on there. That becomes your trivet. So you don't end up with condensation anywhere, all right? Just another tupper tip, right? Now, let's just have a look. I don't know if this is, I need a knife. Because that wasn't a knife. That's a knife. All right, let's just grab one of these. Let's chop it open and just see. Oh my goodness, they're perfect. Look, hang on. It's really hot, but look, that's the meat that's been cooked. Let's just. Fantastic. Let's try this meat. Oh, ginger, lemongrass. Yummo. Let's just give this plate a wipe down. Yum! They're actually really delicious. Now you can make your own dipping sauce, or you can just use a soy sauce to dip with. I'm probably just going to use a little bit of sweet chili, good old Trident. So all I'm going to do is take these out. Remember, these are really hot. Ow. Do we have, I need like a, where are the Tupperware tongs when you need them? Yummo. These are delicious. I can't wait to eat them. So we've just got those there. Pop them around and we will. The other really good thing about this, because it's made out of metal, if you're not ready to eat it when it's ready to be eaten, guess what? You just leave it in the... It's made out of metal. It's going to keep everything hot, right? So I can come back in half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour. Everything's still going to be piping hot because it's been in metal, right? When you're done, you wipe that down, you wipe that down, you wipe that down. That's just had water, and we put honey and ginger in there, which really does make a difference. Flavouring that through, we'll just tip that out. If you've got any questions or suggestions, let me know. I am going to munch down onto these now. Let me know where you're watching from. And in the meantime, you know what you need to do, don't you? Where's my other maraca? You know what you need to do. I've got one maraca. Here's another one. crickets in the meantime. Forget your troubles and get happy. Dance your cares away. Shout out and get happy. I'll cook for you another day. Thank you all for watching, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.